Back in court to learn how much time he'll spend in prison. Sentencing began today for Jesse Osborne, and a big focus of today's hearing was Osborne's internet activity, with one witness testifying Osborne may have been planning this attack days before he picked up the gun and opened fire on that September day. Osborne was just 14 years old when investigators say he took his father's gun and then drove to Townville Elementary. He opened fire on that playground, hitting 3 students and a teacher. One of those students was 6-year-old Jacob Hall. Jacob spent several days in the hospital before he died. The other victim was the suspect's own father, Jeffrey Osborne. Jesse admitted to killing his father before stealing his vehicle and driving to the school.
Fox Carolina's Shale Remien has been following this case from the beginning and was back in the courtroom today for us. And Shale, a big focus was what investigators found on Osborne's phone.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Tori. A detective retrieved brand new videos and images off of Osborne's phone, a ton of material focusing on the Columbine school shooters. Another case, screenshots of parents crying and suffering after their kids were killed in the Sandy Hook shooting. Now, they say Osborne looked up everything from buying guns to animal abuse videos.
It's almost time.
3 chilling words we're hearing for the first time, dated just hours before Townville Elementary School shooter Jesse Osborne opened fire.
Less than an hour before we were called to the school, he's telling his rabbit, "You miss him? Goodbye."
We've seen Jesse Osborne's text and Facebook messages displayed on the stand before. But this time, digital forensics detective Bibbs has retrieved deleted videos from Osborne's phone, days and in some cases minutes before the shooting.
This is a killer machine right here.
Prosecutors show Osborne spent time planning to kill his father, Jeffrey Osborne, and the September shooting that took 6-year-old Jacob Hall's life.
What it does is keep you anonymous through a virtual private network.
Bibbs even uncovering he committed the school shooting live on Skype.
We got our first call at Townville at 1:44 p.m. This video was made at 11:14.
Your hair straight whenever you go shoot someplace up, you know. Gotta look fabulous, you know. Just gotta look fabulous.
Frank Epps, Osborne's defense, called the witness to wrap up Tuesday's testimony. She says she ministers and mentors inmates, including Osborne.
I would say Jesse has impressed me the most as far as someone who has grown and matured and seemed to own responsibility for what he did.
While Osborne has already entered a guilty plea, prosecutors are trying to prove obsessions with mass shootings are at his center, while the defense stresses he was a troubled 14-year-old at the time of the shooting.
Now, a jail investigator showed video in court showing Osborne and his cellmate creating a hole inside of the prison walls. The investigator says Osborne actually used a shower head to destroy a portion of that wall. Now, Osborne could face at least 30 years for each count of murder or be sentenced to life in prison. Now, this sentencing hearing will resume tomorrow morning. Of course, we will be inside that courtroom. Cody and Tori, back to you.